Hey you guys, it's Mr. So Fabulous. So I'm heading to work. I get a lot of questions all the time. You guys, people always like, when I make my car vlogs, you guys always like, where the hell were you going for like 25 minutes? So I live about 45 minutes to a half an hour away from Boston. So that is why I'm able to make these car vlogs, because it makes the ride much faster and all of that. So I get a lot of comments. You ladies are like, oh, you absolutely love my stories, you like hearing my stories and all of that. So I decided to tell you guys another story. So basically what I want to tell you guys, me and my best friend were thinking about like what stories I can share with you guys that you guys will find that would like be entertaining. Let me take my glasses off because I feel like so hostile right now. That you guys will find entertaining. So basically, I literally had a real life Project X party. Like, legit. Hold on a second. Let me get out of this parking lot. I'm just talking, walking traffic. But I legit had a Project X party. And what do I mean by Project X party? If you guys seen that movie, I legit had a Project X party, hood style. So let me just start by telling you guys that story. So basically what happened back in like 2010, maybe 2009. It was right out of high school, 2009. I was 19 at the time. My best friend was 20, and we just started modeling. We decided to start a little modeling group together. We were called the Flawless Beauties. And back then it was really big in Boston to have like, you know, a group of girls who like modeled, and they had like names. Like they had some hood group called like the Duffel Bag Dolls, but we were Flawless Beauties, and we would attend every single house party. Like, it wasn't a party unless Flawless Beauties was there. So at the time, it was just me and my best friend, but then we ended up adding another girl. Her name was Cloud. So I was light skinned, my best friend was like regular black skin, and then we had a really nice dark cocoa girl who was Cloud. But anyways, so we decided to throw this party so we could raise money to do more photo shoots, because at the time we were working with local photographers that everybody worked with, and you know, they were just okey-doke photographers. Like, they didn't know how to edit, none of that. Like, I could take better pictures on my camera phone. So we were trying to raise money so we can work with actual, you know, really good photographers. So my best friend planned this party to a T. She wanted to make sure that there was nothing else going on in Boston at the time of our party, because we wanted to make sure everyone was there. And that's in fact what happened. So the day that my best friend planned the party there was no other, and like I said, at the time I was 19, she was 20, so we wasn't even old enough to go like clubbing like that. And that was big back then, like a lot of house parties and stuff for like the 19 to 20-year-olds or whatever. So what ended up happening was there was no other party going on. Hi! I know, I'm filming. Sorry, that's mad weird. Yeah, here I am like filming and somebody's like waving at me. Alright, that's weird. So anyway, what was I saying? I just forgot what I was saying. Oh, so there was no other party going on that day except for a boat cruise. Now, obviously, the boat cruise was 21 plus, so we knew, you know, all the under 21-year-olds were going to come to our party. So the day of the party, so the theme of the party was stilettos and skinny jeans. So the admission was $5, but if you came in a dress attire, which was either skinny jeans or stilettos, you got in for $3 instead of $5. Or if you wore something pink, because that was my best friend's favorite color, and she even changed all the light bulbs in the house to pink light bulbs. So like the whole place was like lit up in pink. It was really cool, and we had the support of the local authorities to throw this party. Mind you, it was a house party. We did it at my best friend's house. She had a 3-bedroom house to herself doing it. So we had the support of the local authorities, because my best friend's stepfather is like the head deputy chief of the police department. So we let them know what was going on. So they had agreed to send somebody out every hour or so just to drive by and check and make sure everything was okay. So we just knew nothing could go wrong at this party. and she also had the okay from her landlord to throw the party as well. The only thing that we could not do, she said you can have this party as long as there's no one standing in the front of the house. So we had people enter the party through the backyard. So the day of the party, we're so nervous. We're not thinking anybody's gonna show. So the doorbell rings. The party, we say it started at 9 or whatever. Of course, black people gonna come at 10. So around like 9:15, we hear the doorbell ring, and these little boys come in. They were like 14, 15 years old. It was like a group of 12 of them, and they were part of like a little dance crew because they all had the same little uniform on. They had like jeans, blue shirt, and had the little book bags on. That's back then when wearing book bags was like cool. So it was so cute. They came in, and the DJ wasn't even there at the time, so we were all nervous and stuff. So we just let them in for free. So next thing you know, as the night goes on, more people and more people and more people started to show. Now at the time when my best friend lived, it was like one of those hoods, Esmont Street, that's like a hood or whatever. So we thought we was gonna have some problems with that hood or whatever. So the boys from that hood or that street who ran that street, they ended up coming. They were very supportive. They were down for the cause. Like, they came in with no issues. Like, they knew, they seen any drama. They was gonna start anything at this party. So the dudes came in. They were more than, chill. You know what I'm saying? So my best friend's mom was there. She was there kind of like chaperoning. We had so much liquor. Oh my God. Yes, I don't promote underage drinking, but we had so much liquor. That was another way that we was making money as well, because we was selling drinks. So it was getting so crazy to the point where me and my best friend, we didn't even get to enjoy our party, and that was fine to us because all we seen was dollar signs at the door. All me and my best friend was able to do was stand at the door and collect the money, because we wasn't trusting anybody else to collect the money. And when I tell you we was checking everyone, I mean, we was checking niggas balls deep. Like, we was grabbing nuts, everything, making niggas empty their pockets, lift up their shirts, because it wasn't that kind of party. You know what I'm saying? We didn't want nobody in there strapped or packing. So we checked everything. So everything was going smoothly. Everything was going smoothly. Then around like 12:30, 1 o'clock, we started getting an older crowd coming in. And we're like, what's going on? So then we realized everybody that had went on that boat cruise, the 21 plus boat cruise that night, ended up coming to our party for the after party. So at the time, my best friend's mom, she was like, nah, shut it down. There's too many people. Mind you, like I said, my best friend had a 3-bedroom apartment. No exaggeration, there was at least between 500 to 600 people at this party. So her mom was like, nah, shut it down. There's too many people in here. We can't possibly fit any more people. But once again, me and my best friend, we're just seeing dollar signs. So we started upcharging. So we figured by charging more, people wouldn't want to come in. So we started charging the older crowd that was coming in from the boat cruise $10. They were still paying to come into this party. So we were like, oh well, go right in. Welcome, welcome. So about like 1:30 in the morning-ish, the Esmont Street girls. So like we said, there's a hood. So we said the guys came in and they were cool, no drama. Then the females came. And females can be so trifling and hating. It's just ridiculous. So the females came or whatever, and we're checking them or whatever, so we let them know. After we check everybody, we're like, $5. This girl's gonna be like, what the fuck you mean $5? I'm like, $5. She's like, bitch, do you know where you at? This my hood. This my hood. She was like, I could buy this party if I want to. I could buy this party if I want to. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm not asking you to buy my party. I'm just asking you for $5. I mean, if you got that much money, then $5 ain't nothing to you. Then she's like, what? I'll beat your yellow ass. So then all of her, but mind you, her girls were cool. So her girls are pulling her back or whatever. And she's like, fuck y'all. I don't need y'all's party. So I'm like, goodbye, whatever, leave. So she ends up leaving. Next thing I know, like 20 minutes later, I hear some kind of commotion going on in the party. So I run inside to check to see if everything's okay. The same girl that didn't want to pay $5 to come into the party because it was her hood, she owned that block, was trying to climb into the living room window to get inside. And everybody was laughing at her, and some dude just pushed her. Like, she was coming in head first, so he like mushed her face, and she fell out backwards out the window. Hilarious. I was cracking up. And everybody was making fun of her. So she got an attitude. So guess what she decided to do? Remember, like I said, the only rule was we couldn't have people standing in the front of the house. What does this heifer decide to do? She decides to call her people. No exaggeration. There was like 70 people standing outside the house. There was like 12 cars lined up around the house, and they were bumping music, and they were having a block party in front of the freaking house. So we're trying to calm the situation down. We're trying to get people's attention. Like, you guys really can't do this. And they would being trifling. They were standing on top of people's cars, dancing, everything, just causing so much commotion. So at the time, I was dating this dude, chocolate dude with dreads, biker boy. So he had came with his whole biker crew or whatever. So I had went outside to greet him or whatever, and I'm showing him like, look at all these people outside. Yo, this party's about to get shut down. Da 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 da. So next thing I know, one of our friends, Christian, he's gay. He goes outside and he was like, and I quote, he went like this. He said, "All you bitches need to move from the front of the fucking house." And for whatever reason, one of the Esmond Street boys decided they wanted to take that shit personal. Next thing I know, this dude's like, "You calling my sister a bitch? You calling my sister a bitch?" Next thing I know, he starts whooping Christian's ass. Mind you, he's a little gay. Well, he wasn't little. He's a fat, chubby gay boy. But he starts fighting him. All his niggas want to come, and they're beating up on Christian. And oh my God, and I'm watching this. I'm like paralyzed. Like, I couldn't even think. I'm just watching this shit happen. Next thing I know, my best friend, she goes running over there. She starts screaming, so she's trying to pull niggas off. And all I seen, this dude, she's trying to pull this dude. When I tell you, this dude pushed my best friend so hard. When I tell you, he pushed her so hard, she went flying 2 houses down. And that's when I instantly snapped. I was like, oh, hell no. So I went running across the street. And at the time, everybody knows my camera is my life. So I jumped on top of all the dudes jumping Christian. So I jumped on top of all the dudes. I started beating niggas in the head with it. I'm just hitting niggas in the head, hitting niggas in the head. Next thing I know, my best friend, she goes running in the house. And she's screaming, telling her brother. She's like, "This nigga pushed me. This nigga pushed me." She's like, "Shut this shit down. Shut this shit down." Next thing I know, I'm standing outside still trying to defuse the fight. Next thing you hear is pop. And everybody stops. And everybody's looking around like, you know, we're trying to get confirmation for what we just heard. We heard pop, so everybody just standing there, like looking around. Then we hear, oh my God, when I tell you it was mayhem. Everybody hit the floor. Everybody was screaming, running. I hit the floor. Mind you, I'm outside at the time. I didn't care about nothing but my sister. I knew my sister was inside the party. So I hit the floor. I'm crawling on all floors trying to get inside. So everybody's inside. So I make it from in the front of the house to the backyard to inside of the house. So I'm in the house. Everybody's screaming. Everybody that was outside was jumping inside the house. Everybody that was inside the house was jumping out the windows. It was the funniest thing ever now that I think about it, but it wasn't funny at the time. So I'm running around the house like, "Where's my sister? Where's my sister?" Everybody's screaming like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" I'm like, "I don't give a fuck. Where's my sister?" Screaming. So then I go in the master bedroom, and my aunt and uncle was there too. So they were in there with my sister. I'm like, "Go, get the hell out. Get the hell out. Everybody get out now." I was like, "You." I'm pointing at my sister. I'm like, "Go home. Go home." Mind you, there's still gunshots. Like, craziness. So I am freaking out. Next thing you know, like 2 seconds later, the cops was there with the quickness. So by then, everything had cleared out. So we're freaking out. So the cops show up. Me and my best friend start freaking the hell out because there's so much liquor in the house. Now, they knew we were throwing this party, but they didn't know we had liquor, and it was minors. We were all minors at this party. So we run in the house before the cops come in. We're trying to pour the liquor down the toilet. We're trying to stash the liquor bottles. I remember we're putting the liquor bottles under the mattress, hiding them under the sofa. Oh my goodness. And like, we stashed the money that we had made from the party. So then we had closed the door, and then the cops show. Everything at this point, everything had died down. There's still a little bit of people outside. So the cops come to the door. When I tell you the cops could care less about the shooting, all they was looking at was us. Because me and my best friend, we had like half shirts on and jeans. So they were just like, "Oh, what's going on? What kind of party you guys had?" Da, 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 da. Like, they could really care less about the situation. So the cops start questioning my best friend because it is her house. So they're talking to her, da 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 da. And I forgot to mention, at the time, my best friend was living with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend told us, he was like, please do not have this party. I don't agree with it, yada, yada, yada. So since her boyfriend did not agree with the party, he didn't attend the party. So they're questioning my best friend, whatever, whatever. So I'm still, you know, looking around the house, making sure everything's okay. Next thing I know, I see the bathroom door closed. So I open the bathroom door and I hear shh, shh, shh. So I'm like, what the hell? So I pull the shower curtain back. When I tell you there was 12 people in the shower, all up against the wall, like heightened, like ah! Screaming. I was cracking up. It was the funniest thing ever. I was like, I'm telling everybody, I'm like, everything's okay. You guys can leave now. The cops are here. Just go. Everybody just leave. Then the second bedroom, we left one of the bedroom doors closed. I had opened, that one was closed. So I had opened that one, and the 12 little boys that had came earlier in the party, they were all on the ground like hunched down, like shh, 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 shh. And I started laughing. I was like, oh, you guys can leave. Everything's okay. The cops here. Just go home. Go straight home. I'm like, is everybody okay? So as the little boys are leaving, they're all giving me hugs. They're like, oh, great party, great party. That was the best party I've been to. Great party. So they were leaving. So at the time, so now her boyfriend comes home and he sees all the cops, the news crew was there. When I tell you this party was on news for like 2 weeks straight, 2 weeks straight. So the news crew was there and everything. So he comes home and he's just oblivious, like, what the hell is going on? So, like I said, it was my boyfriend's house, it was my best friend's boyfriend's house, but his name was on the lease. So he goes in the house trying to figure out what's going on. So he goes in the house, he's sitting on the bed and the cops is explaining to him what's going on, and the next thing I know, the cop tells him to stand up. So he stands up. He was sitting on the bed. The cop flips the mattress over. Whoever was shooting threw the gun under the mattress. So it was an assault rifle. It was a Tech 9. So there was a Tech 9 in the laundry and a shotgun, oh my God, and an assault rifle underneath the mattress. And since it was in the house, was under the lease, was under her boyfriend's name, he got arrested for it. And I felt so bad. I was forever at his debt. He was locked up for 6 months too. There was nothing we could do about it. You know what I'm saying? I felt bad because he wasn't even there. Like, he didn't even go to the party, and he kept telling us, he was like, don't have this party. Here it is, we have this party, and he ends up getting the consequences of being arrested for it. So after they seen that, they're putting handcuffs on him, arresting him. So they're telling my best friend we're seizing a house. When I tell you they seized this house and my best friend could never go back, it was like the house was seized for like 3 days, and then we snuck back inside. There was like crime tape everywhere. Thank God nobody was hurt, nobody got shot or nothing like that. But Christian did end up getting stabbed through the fight or whatever. So I was just happy that, you know, nobody was shot and killed, none of that. We end up sneaking back in the house. They had like the crime scene tape, the caution tape all over the house. When I tell you they flipped that house inside out trying to find any and everything. They broke the TV open. They ripped the mattress open. They dumped everything out in that house trying to see if they could find more weapons. I mean, it was the craziest thing ever. And the only thing me and my best friend went back to get, all she wanted was her iPod. We left everything in our house until that day. She ain't been back. That was the crazy. It was the best and the craziest party ever. Like, that party was 4 years ago. Until this day, when people see me and my best friend together, people still talk about this party to this day. And the rumor is that my best friend was the one shooting. They kept saying there was this black girl with long weave in high heels shooting a Tech 9. I'm like, oh my goodness. So we don't know who it was shooting or anything like that, but that mess was crazy. It was just like, I'm like, oh my God, like the mayhem. Like, if you guys would have seen like the people jumping out of the windows or people trying to climb in the windows, like, it was just crazy. It was pure madness. Oh my goodness. But that is a party to remember, like, for real. Me and my best friend will always remember that party because people will never let us forget that freaking party. Like, it was on the Channel 7 news for like 2 weeks. Like, for real. So yeah, I just wanted to show share with you guys that story. I have another story to share with you guys as well about the time me and my best friend almost got kidnapped. But I'm going to share that story for another time. But I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Remember, I'm not promoting, you know, underage drinking. Violence is not the key to anything. So don't think by me telling this story I'm promoting it. But you know, I was young at some point in my life, so of course everybody's going to experience or be around the underage drinking. I do not drink. I only drink when I go to like a restaurant and I have a glass, like a margarita with my meals. But other than that, I don't drink any other time than that. So just putting that disclaimer out there. So yeah, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Remember to always rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/MissSoFabulous.TV. Facebook, facebook.com/MissSoFabulous. Remember, you guys have a nice and wonderful day. Bye.